Hello, rock and rollers. Welcome to the ElectroJet Rock Show. I'm your humble host, Jett, and I have with me the professor coming to you from Los Angeles.
Oh, Christ, I'm not trying to talk for clapping.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for checking out our channel. Please subscribe. We really appreciate your support.
Yeah, so today this is the 23rd episode. We're going to talk about a band from Boston called Boston. Yay, I love Boston. What do you think? You like Boston there, PE?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Great progressive band, incredible vocalist, a lot of good stuff there, a lot of great songs. They didn't get really they kind of stalled out, unfortunately. Not to make a pun, but, they had a lot of legal, technical trouble, but they had some great songs and some great players, too.
Yeah, not to mention the engineering. The record company didn't believe that Tom Sholtz, the guitar player and composer and engineer and producer of the Boston band, they didn't believe that he did it at his house. And they said, or the other thing they wanted to do is like, oh, he did it at his house. Okay, well, we need to go and redo it in another studio. We need to do it in a real studio, quote unquote. And they were like, I ain't having nothing to do with that. You put it out how it is. I think that's pretty much how it went down. Yeah, the first two are masterpieces. I love them. I love the second one, Don't Look Back and Are You Feeling Satisfied? Two of my favorite songs of all time. Just love everything about them. Brad singing on it. Brad Delp, the lead singer, that is. The guitar sound on it. Tom Sholtz kind of pioneered that 80s guitar sound, and that was like in 1976 and like mid to late 70s when that stuff came out. He already had the 80s guitar sound dialed in because most of the 80s guitar sound on a lot of stuff is a Rockman.
Right, yeah, he's just a super talented guy. I mean, he's really intelligent. Worked for Polaroid, went to MIT, and music was just a hobby with him, but kind of a dream. But, just obviously a very bright guy. He can play keyboards, great keyboardist too. And, obviously great guitar player too, really tasteful. Seemed to have a real, ear for what sounds good. It probably got Brad Delp to sing with him. And, the first album is just awesome. There's so many good songs on there, so many great hits. More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, Rock and Roll Band. And, even the B-side songs, they're just great. Something About You is one that I really like.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
And Hitch a Ride also.
Yeah.
Those are all almost cut for cut. That whole album's just really good.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean, that thing sold for forever. It was really popular. Very, very popular first album. And then, like you said, on the second album, Don't Look Back and Feeling Satisfied is a great one. And then back to back, it's got Party, which is another one that I liked. Right after on the B-side, the second song's Party. Those were always good because you play them back to back and you like them both. And then, Brad Delp also, you could kind of almost tell, there's a certain element of him that was just an incredible angelic voice, but also just kind of almost seemed like a tortured soul a little bit. That came out in his writing, Used to Bad News and songs like that. You could just kind of tell. And then even on Third Stage, just a lot of them were almost like tragic romantic songs, some of the lyrics. But they also had, Third Stage I didn't like quite as much. I think it was a little overproduced in my opinion. What's your opinion on that, Jett?
I'm not really too familiar with it. There was a couple of songs that got airplay on that one that I really liked. There
was Amanda.
Yeah, that one's real pretty. Yeah, Cool the Engines. I love that. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, right, exactly. That was one of my favorites off that album, too. There's another song called We're Ready. It's also very good. And Can't You Say You Believe in Me, which is also...
that Amanda song is a beautiful song. I love that one.
Right. And then they almost had a sister song to that called Holly Ann on the other side. It was, both kind of similar, very romantic songs. That was the that's when I saw them live, was on the third stage tour. I want to say it was the Irvine Meadows Amphitheater, I think. We had really good seats, and David Sikes was doing some of the high vocals, but they just sounded great. Boy, the whole band sounded phenomenal, and, crowd was really into it. Put on a great show, played all the songs you wanted to hear.
Yeah, I'll just say in closing, the Tom Sholtz not only is a great composer and he knew what he wanted and a great mixer, but his recording engineering is really, really good. That's probably from having a mathematical brain. Recording engineering, if you know a math a lot really well and you can relate notes to numbers and stuff, you definitely have an advantage. So, yeah, I think masterful production on that, especially just using his homemade equipment or modified equipment that he had. Just an 8-track, I think, on the first record. So, yeah, it's really, really impressive to the point of the record company. They didn't believe. They thought they were skeptical at first, I think, is how the story goes. But anyway, this is Jett signing off with the 23rd ElectroJet Rock Show, along with
The Professor. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Rock and Roll!
Rock and roll!